Hey guys, I'm Angela Zatopek, and welcome to myCBN Weekend, giving you the latest in Christian entertainment news. From God's Not Dead to Son of God, it's been quite a year for faith-based films at the box office. The 2015 Movie Guide Awards are happening this weekend in Los Angeles, celebrating family-based TV shows and films. Here's a look at some of the nominees. God's Not Dead, starring Kevin Sorbo and the Newsboys. Heaven is for Real, telling the story of Colton Burpo's visit to heaven. The Good Lie, starring Reese Witherspoon, and Angelina Jolie's Unbroken. Check out CBN News next week to catch the winners. A new film is jumping in the arena with a David versus Goliath type of standoff against 50 Shades of Grey. Old Fashioned will be a film that tells the story of a couple trying to have an old-fashioned courtship in contemporary America. Producer Nathan Nazario released a statement saying, 50 Shades is short-term titillation. Audiences want to hear that the best of the past is still possible, that a relationship can be the safe room. Releasing Valentine's weekend along with the film 50 Shades of Grey, here's a look at the trailer.
Mr. Walsh, the world wants to know, when are you going to kiss her?
So this theory of yours, I'm curious.
I don't believe that dating trains us to be good husbands and wives. It trains us to be skilled in the superficial.
Who talks like that?
I do.
Shoot the ball. Fact. Most people know more about someone after a job interview for delivering pizzas than they do after most dates. Where do you get this stuff from?
Why don't you just crawl back onto that cute little antique shop and make up some more theories you never test out at the grown-up table anymore?
I rented the upstairs to a girl.
Is she a pretty girl?
Not my type.
How do you know? So help me, man.
How come you haven't asked me out yet?
If I do, you start breaking things. Okay. I needed to believe my life could be different than it was. That I could be different.
And how did you do that? And don't even tell me you found Jesus or something.
More like he found me.
Really?
Well, with Valentine's Day coming up, what better way to get in the spirit than to talk to ABC's former Bachelor, Sean Lowe. He just recently came out with his new book, For the Right Reasons. Okay, so tell me what made you feel called to write this book?
Yeah, so on The Bachelorette, every morning I would just start my day with my devotional and then just spending time on the Word and prayer. And this was off camera, of course, and I was doing it by myself. And then one day one of the guys comes out and asks me what I'm reading, and I share it with him, and he loves it. He's like, read me more, read me more. And then as the days progressed, more and more guys came out, and towards the end there were like 10 or 12 guys out there, and I was able to share my story and my faith and God's Word, most importantly.
Yeah, I'm curious to know, and I'm sure a lot of people, what's one of your favorite Bible verses?
James 4:14, because it talks about how life is just a vapor. You know, it's here today, it's gone tomorrow. And for me, that just kind of puts things in perspective. You know, why am I going to live selfishly if I live lucky enough to live 90 years? Why do I want to spend that 90 years selfishly when I should be living for eternity and for God's glory?
Now you're in married life. What is your advice for guys that are still bachelors, being in this world but standing firm on your faith?
Yeah.
When looking for that special someone?
Yeah, I think it's certainly tough, and I've been there, but it's just all about trusting and relying on God and staying true to what you know is right. And I think if you honor God, you're going to see His blessing in your life. And so just stay the course. I know it's tough, but stay the course and you'll be blessed for doing so.
Well, Valentine's Day is coming up, and I'm sure a lot of guys are like, all right, what am I going to do for my significant other?
Yeah.
So you've had experience dating, clearly, on The Bachelor. What are some date ideas you can give? Okay,
You know,
so two. A romantic one and a fun dating tip.
All right. Well, the nice thing about The Bachelor is I don't have to plan those days. They do it for me. Catherine will tell you, I'm not the most creative person, but I'd say romantic. Catherine is really big on intention. And so she likes things that are like themed and things that I have to think about and go to a little extra effort. So that can be anything. You know, we got engaged in Thailand. And so even if it's as simple as taking her to a Thai restaurant and writing a card, kind of reminiscing about the way I felt while we were in Thailand. Something like that means the most to Catherine as opposed to like these big, lavish, expensive dinners.
Right.
Something fun, I'm all about doing crazy, like pulse-pounding things. Catherine and I went skydiving which was awesome.
Nice. I
Yes.
haven't done that yet. I need
So
to check
if you're brave enough to go skydiving, I think that's a great fun date.
I love you. You're falling through the air.
Exactly.
That's awesome. All right. Well, those are some great date tips. So thank you for stopping by, and check out his new book, For the Right Reasons. Download the CBN Radio app, which offers a 24-hour playlist. Here's a look at this week's Top 5 Countdown. Want advice on how to better manage your time? Check out our Challenge of the Week, which features Jessica Turner, who wrote the book The Fringe Hours. I'm Angela Zatopek. We'll see you next week for myCBN Weekends.